What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, and today's video is about...
Oh boy.
Turn around.
Like your mother's ugly?
Turn around.
Like your mother's ugly?
We do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Same thing.
Oh, okay.
Just watch.
Yeah, okay.
So, real quick, y'all don't know what's going on. On the other side of the camera is the daughter of the dad that Remy Ma's son, you know what I mean, drilled. That's why she's going to court, you know what I mean? So get this, y'all. Her son is facing life, fighting for his life.
Right.
And she's out front of the courtroom at 45, 46 years old, ready to fight.
Right, turning up.
Unbelievable.
Trying to be that old Rem.
Yeah.
Bag down.
For what? This is the time you're supposed to be able to lock everything and block everything out. Your son is in there, right? But we see she's prone to leaving them. Yeah. It don't matter. Remember, she shot that one over a stack, like Nikki said. Left him for 6 years, and here you are again.
She's ready to knuck if you buck all the time. She could be 50 years old and ready to knuck and buck.
But we never see her do that. She only blicks someone. Right. So this is a false narrative. We never seen her fight.
We could test
she act tough.
Test her right now. Right now. Right now, ugly. Everything. Oh, you thought you was going to see something ugly, bitch. You wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. But you wasn't. Same here. You see what's up? Same here. You see what's up? Oh, okay.
So, yeah, this raggedy ass fucking bitch, Remy, like, girl, like, you would have thought I did something to you. Right? Realistically, I can never speak to my father again. I can never hug him. I can never kiss him. I can never say nothing else to him. You can see your son. You can speak to him. You can hug on him. You can say whatever. The fact of the matter is that I see this fucking lady, and she's looking at me with a whole attitude. When I tell y'all ice grilling as if her son was the victim. Mm-hmm. Like, miss, where's your remorse? Like, where's your sorriness? Where's your sadness? Like, at the end of the day, I don't care what I go through with nobody. I would never want to see nobody die. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, bitch, nobody did nothing to you, you fucking gremlin. And you really acting like you mad about something. Ice grilling somebody. Ugly ass. Then you acting tough in front of a courthouse. Like, bitch, we're gonna go to jail. You've been to jail before. I'm sure you don't want to go back, bitch. Like, what are we doing here? Come around the corner. You're really not fucking tough. Like, bitch is mad pussy. Like...
And look, they had to detain the bird. 45-year-old bird. She don't give a damn about her son.
She don't give a damn about her daughter. She don't give a damn about her.
Papoose, and we see who the problem was.
She don't give a damn.
Nope.
No, she just don't give a damn.
No. Yeah, we see who the problem was. Look, would y'all, hey, for real, y'all women, jump in the comments and really, if your son was facing life and fighting for his life, is there anybody out in front of the courtroom that can get out of the courthouse that can get you to do this? And hold on, this is the woman you would think. Let me just say that the one that's behind the camera should be doing this. Your son is alleged to smoke her dad. Why are you doing this?
Turn up and lit.
Yeah, she should be doing this, right? How things is looking, right? Okay, but this 45-year-old bop is out here talking about fake watches and no makeup. Look, that shows you right there you can't care about your son. That little materialistic shit wouldn't mean nothing.
Right.
What?
You wouldn't even entertain this whole situation.
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm taking my privileged ass on somewhere, you know, because I got money.
Yup, I ain't fooling with you.
Yeah, you know. And would have went on with your business, but you didn't do that. No, you couldn't do that. You had to go into old Rem from the Bronx, you know what I mean? That's out there, outside, you know what I mean? At the Tim's on, and it's whatever, whatever. You turn into that.
Pun been gone, Rem. Yeah, you not her no more.
Like, no, you 45 years old, a daughter, and a son.
And if y'all think it's just us, let's see what another content creator got to say.
Right.
So, Jada Black, go like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sure y'all know who he is, man. Great content. This is what he had to say about this 45-year-old water wombat ready to fight out in front of the courtroom.
Yeah, like,
because y'all got to understand something.
Who does that at 50?
Didn't just show up at the courthouse talking crazy to Remy. They were at the. They were all in the courthouse together. And I think what happened outside of the courthouse stemmed from what probably happened in there. But see, y'all wouldn't know that because you're so blinded by your support of a woman who went to prison for almost taking another woman's life. That don't matter to y'all. That don't matter. Y'all think it's funny that she almost took another woman's life over some money. Y'all think that's funny. This is why no one takes y'all seriously when y'all try to play the
Told
victim.
you.
This is why nobody takes y'all seriously.
No.
The life of a black woman doesn't mean anything unless it's taken by a black man or a white man. Now all of a sudden, you're the least protected. You know, you're the victims. But when you have women who harm other women, you think it's funny. But be that as it may, I believe that this verbal altercation stemmed from what had happened inside the courthouse. This young lady was upset, like any of y'all would be. And you heifers who are in the comment section of the Shade Room and these other places,
right,
who are mad at the daughter for having emotion over what happened to her father in broad daylight.
Yeah, that's
you
like,
would be upset too.
That is completely inappropriate right there.
They're
sit
weird.
There and to even feel that way, like she is the only one that should be distributing that caliber of emotion.
Yeah, Remy should have the reserve that
she should be
for her son.
Falling out and you name it,
yeah,
all that we would understand,
right?
But when if it was Remy doing, you'd be like, well, what the heck?
This is incredible, man.
What's going on here?
The fake sisterhood, man. It always go down like this. Fake sisterhood.
And it's all about Rem. No matter where she goes,
she can't do no wrong.
She always gotta do wrong.
But this
like,
is
yeah,
how.
She always gotta do wrong.
But this is how delusional, you know, the sisterhood is. She talked about getting out and going toe to toe with a undisputed female, undefeated heavyweight champion in multiple divisions that'll clean her clock clean.
In 10, 15 seconds top.
Yeah.
And she yet
still try to pop her ish.
And still.
Yeah.
It's popping.
But once again, it's only over blicking someone. We've never seen her fight. We only heard her mouth and only heard the charges that she got after blicking the girlie over a stack.
That's it.
Stop playing. Remy who?
Right.
And y'all are just pretending that you wouldn't be upset at the killer's family. We've seen families go at each other in court. It happens. It always has happened. Will you expect her to just stand there and not say nothing to Remy when Remy is probably looking at her crazy talk? We don't know what happened in the courthouse. We just know what happened outside of it. Y'all acting like this girl just pulled up and just started talking crazy to her. When we know Remy, with her, who's very narcissistic,
for real,
we know that she likes to gaslight because we've seen it with Papoose. We've seen her gaslight him. So I have no doubt that she was in that courthouse gaslighting that girl and her family, which is why she was upset. That girl has every right to be upset. She has every right. She lost her father to a knucklehead. Okay? And people are saying, well, it's alleged he's innocent until proven guilty. Well, him and another man were arrested. And again, I believe this crime happened in 2022. The arrest was made, this year, I believe? Correct me wrong, this year. So that lets me know that the detectives working the case, they worked the case, they found evidence, and that's why they arrested them. Which means they feel like they have a solid case against them. But nobody wants to hold Remy Ma accountable for not being a good mother to him.
No.
It's very funny to me how she brought up Papoose' son, who I believe may be trans or gay.
Right.
Or
she brought
we don't
up
even
Papoose' son when she was going at Papoose. Papoose never brought up her son. Did y'all notice that?
He wouldn't do
Papoose
that. Papoose
never
know
brought
how
up
hard
the fact that her son is sitting in jail.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that.
And could go to prison for a very long time.
He wouldn't do that.
He never brought her son up. But you know what she did? She brought his son up.
Yeah. He wouldn't do that.
And y'all defend that. Y'all are okay with her bringing up his kid.
Right.
But if he was to bring up her kid, y'all would be angry. See, Remy reminds a lot of y'all of yourselves. That's why y'all are taking these
stop. You need to quit.
Yep.
You need to stop now.
Exactly. Look, that's the prescription. Class, when someone sits there and insults you for something that you're saying and you know it's right, it's because you done picked that they scared.
Yep.
That they've been waiting for a long time to fall off and heal right. Yeah, that type.
That type. Oh man. We see who the problem was, y'all.
Stances.
Not saying Pap
So you
didn't
mean
do
to tell
anything,
me that
but
a
we see
girl
who
that
the
lost her father
problem
doesn't
was.
have a right to be upset? It's misplaced anger.
Because she brings
What do you
all
mean?
the most detrimental
Misplaced
stuff
anger.
out to
Families are angry at other families all the time for what one person did. It's called a ripple effect. Two families become enemies instantly. That is what happens. You don't have to like it, but unless you've lost somebody due to weapon violence to another person, those families are gonna be butting heads with each other.
So we got MABW with a little excerpt from what the girl said about Remy again in her own words, man. Absolutely.
Now this right here is the actual post that the daughter put up after the whole situation, because Remy was detained for a short bit after that little argument. Okay, she was just detained. She was let go, of course. But the daughter wrote in a post, "Hiding behind your lawyer ass bitch. The nerve of this gremlin to be acting like somebody did something to her when that drug addict son is the one you should be mad at. Ugly AB, you been to jail, right? So why you acting like fighting in front of the courts is cool? Laugh my ass off, you're a clown. You thought this was a bum bitch. You was gonna come across. Nah, they don't call me Big Jazz for no reason. Really that girl and you mad." And it's like, even the nerve of Remy Ma, it's like,
Right.
you're arguing with a fucking kid.
At this point, yeah, right?
Like, do y'all understand? It's like,
Yeah.
shorty, you arguing with a fucking little kid. Shorty, at the end of the day, she's mourning her father. Your son took away the life of someone that raised her, was in her life, someone that helped give her life. If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for him, he wouldn't be here. And you got these bird chicks like Remy Ma acting like she the problem.
Yeah, right. Why look at her face?
And
Why
me
you
personally,
mad?
I can't stand people like this just in life. Just in life alone. They got the nerve to make it seem like their family member wasn't the problem.
Yeah.
Like their family member was oh so well. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what happened, it's like still apologize to the family members for what your child did.
Right.
And just like that,
and that's all she had to do. But she, instead wanted to do
turn
what
up.
she knows
best to
do.
I'm gonna turn up.
She's more comfortable in doing, because see, she's all about the ruins.
Yep. And one thing,
she's about mess. She ain't about class. Class wouldn't even have thought about that. Wouldn't even have stressed that. Class would have switched it like she be doing when she be on wax with it for the press and the conferences, when she be like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm Remy, I'm the boss, I'm this, I'm that, I'm cute, and that. Yeah, she didn't know how to do that with a female that is of her likings of, but lesser than, because she is a child to her comparison, and understanding the emotions of, but no, she couldn't even be, she had to be hell-bent on that.
But I heard Charleston White say before many times that his mom wouldn't let him live down the fact that they took that man's life when they were young, because that she can see her child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she had you know what I'm saying, a hurt for them that they will never get to see that white man again, and she get to see Charleston every day. Right. And look how Remy act.
Right.
She don't get to see her dad no more because of your son, and look how you're acting.
Yeah.
That's why when Charleston say that, it reminds him of like, yeah, you know what I mean? And the family even forgave him. But we forgot, 304 water wash don't have that demure femininity of today to even care about, like you said, what your drug addict son did.
She don't care about standard.
Right? She's talking about watches and makeup. You watch fake. You watch fake. It only tell time. Who cares?
Make it up.
Talking about.
That's all she care about. That's all, lace wig frontals.
That's it.
And it's whatever.
Yep.
And the way you do that at, because she could see that.
18 years later, it's still
not. Let us know your thoughts on this matter. Comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
And until further.
Bye.